Hello friends, today we are going to learn Chapter 9, The Living Organisms and Their Surroundings. Biotic components, the living components of a habitat, example plants, animals and other microorganisms. Abiotic components, the non-living components of a habitat, example air, water, soil, sunlight, temperature, rocks. Adaptations, the presence of certain specific features or habits which enables a plant or an animal to adjust and live in its surroundings is known as adaptations. Types of adaptations. Terrestrial adaptation. A. Desert adaptation. B. Mountain adaptation. C. Grassland adaptation. Aquatic adaptation. Adaptation. Two rows of long eyelashes. Function. Protect against blowing sand and the sun. Adaptation. Fat stored in humps. Function. Help it to survive. Adaptation. Broad, flat, leathery pads at the bottom of their hooves. Function. Pads spread out when the camel places its feet on the ground, thus preventing the camel from sinking into the soil. Adaptation. Thick leathery patches on knees. Function. Protect it from getting burned when it kneels on the hot desert sand. Adaptation. Long, strong legs. Function. Help carry heavy loads over long distances and keep its body further away from the hot sand. Plant adaptation in mountain habitat. Animal adaptation in grassland. Some animals are very small such as mice, dogs, snakes, lizards and insects. These animals can hide easily in the grasses. There are also large animals such as elephants, lions, zebra, giraffes, cheetah, etc. These animals are too long to hide in the grasses, so they protect themselves in the other ways such as by speed or camouflage. Some animals like elephants, giraffes and rhinos are so long that predators cannot easily attack a healthy adult. Many animals live in large groups. This gives protection from predators. There are more eyes to spot danger and strong members around. Grasses grow from the base. Creeping stems above the ground are called stolones, and those below the ground are called rhizomes. As these creeping stems spread out, shoots grow up and produce leaves. The deep spreading root systems make sure that even in drought the plants are able to get water. Long, narrow leaves like grass do not lose as much water in the heat as big leaves do. Grass can be cut quite close to the ground and new leaves sprout from the base of the plant. If these plants are removed from the water, they hang limply. They are normally supported by water all around them and so have no need of mechanical strengthening. Roots are often reduced and their main function is encourage. The submerged leaves are often highly dissected or divided. It also minimizes water resistance. They are of two types, those which are rooted with floating leaves, example water lily, and those which are not rooted but just float on the surface, example duckweed. Floating leaves are generally tough because they have to withstand the weather and water movement. Stomata are found only on the upper surface of the leaf. Upper surface has a thick waxy helical to repel with water and help to keep the stomata open and clear. Weak stems produce a massive floating canopy of leaves floating plants. Animal adaptation in aquatic habitat. Vegetative propagation layering involves getting roots to grow from the stem. Magnolia tree cutting using a short section of plant stems for propagation. Budding taking a bud from one plant and moving it to another. Grafting placing a section of a stem of one plant into another plant. Cutting. Tissue culture.